Before I'm going to start, thank you, Deborah from Bernson International in Madison, Wisconsin. We are working with Madison and with Bernson now for almost 15 years. I started my own business with the data markers. They are millions used around the world. And in the last, let's say, 4 or 5 years, my focus was on the one-point-fits-all system. The reason was, first of all, I have developed prisms, a new prism system, and I have mentioned that there are several problems in using prisms. And the next thing was BIM and the digital construction side. Okay, so I'm going to stand up and going here. So I guess some of you have seen one of these products. We have developed a survey point for all instruments. And that means we have one reference point, and for all instruments we have a prism or a target. Important is whatever you use, you have the same X, Y, Z coordinates. And the accuracy is about, when we mix up the instrument, is plus minus 1 millimeter. Important also, well, what I want to show you today is the easy handling of this system. So we have all options for all surfaces, from the beginning or from the middle of nowhere until glass or difficult surfaces. We have a solution fixing on the easiest way all kind of targets and prisms. And this is an absolutely unique system, and it's awesome for construction site and for the survey field. And this is not what you see today, is not the end of the story. That means this system is growing and growing and growing. And in the last 3 years, I will show you how fast it grows. It will never grow as strong in the next years, but we have more products in line and more solutions for fixing. So the start was with a conviction I had 10 years ago. The conviction was no one wants to drill. More and more people start or using robotic total station. And that's why I was looking for a solution to fix prisms as easy as possible. So I was the first one who developed a product for fixing a prism with a glue. I would say the idea was really good, but quite fast we have seen difficulties, like the distance was not really good to use. We faced angle problems. We had issues with different instruments, and we couldn't mix up. So that was only for robotic total station, but it wasn't for a scanner. It wasn't for Lidar. It wasn't for a drone. So after that, I said to myself, George, you have to think about. And I started to develop my one-point-fits-all system. And what I show you today is, on the prisms, we have highest quality in synthetic. So we guarantee from minus 112 Fahrenheit up to 176 Fahrenheit. That is plus minus 80 degrees Celsius. We have a white paper from the university for the prisms. So that tells you, you can download this white paper from our website. The accuracy is 0.6 millimeter accuracy, including the error of the instrument. That's very, very important. What I want to show you today is the easy handling, and the easy handling is because it is part of the one-point-fits-all system. The goal was for me to fix a prism as easy as target reflectors. Why? Because we have, with a prism, we have higher precision. We have, with our system, no more angle problems. We can use it for longer distances. It's usable in the ATR mode, so it's perfect for total station. And my question is, why are we buying instruments with all frills for a lot of money with a half, a 1 or a 2-second accuracy, and at least we give it up all precision and all automatic function, and using the Mercedes of the total station, the robotic, we're using like a toy car. And today, after that presentation, I want to show you that you got all features that your robotic total station at the end, and the scanner and everything, you can use faster, more accuracy, and any surface don't shock you anymore because we have so many solutions. The first one-point-fits-all part 1. This is an adapter here, what you can glue. We have a magnetic version and we have a suction cap, part 1. So that means we offer still a target reflector if necessary, or if some people want, because they have a manual total station. Of course, our prisms. We have a 220 degrees prism. We have scanner target and drone targets. And this system, we have an adapter. So we offer a glue. Also, Berndsen has a very good glue, what you can just, you stick it on, and then you can use our prisms and our system in 2 directions. So that means you don't have to drill, you have any surfaces, and you can use these prisms in 2 times 180 degrees. That is even more than all other systems offer, but this is only a very small part of that what we are doing. I just show you like here. So this is the adapter, and you can click it in 2 directions. As an example, very useful to transfer heights from one floor to the next. So you can measure up from down from let's say from floor 8 to floor 9. You're going to floor 9, turn the prism around, and you have accurate the same measurement point again. As I told you, when you're working with prisms, 0.6 millimeter accuracy. Then you can see here the idea of the system. You glue just the adapter. Now you can click in a prism, a scanner target, a drone target. The most popular version is our fixed point RSF PX90. This is a stainless steel washer for magnetic. And now we have target reflector prisms, and then we have a scanner target and a drone target. And just that you can see how easy that works. So we have here as an example, we have screwed or glued. We have our magnetic base. We click it on 360 degrees over the same point. I can take this off. I'm coming with a scanner target, click in, offset 0, accurate the same point. It is as easy. And this stainless steel, municipality love it, government love it. Why? Because on bridges, on a facade, it's non-visible. No one touch it, no one take it away. And it has no problem with rust. And when I'm just looking at this one here, a smart one, I'm going this. Have you ever fixed easier, faster, 180, let's say a 360 prism, because a 360 on the wall has only 180 degrees, but I guess there was never easier to fix a 360 on the wall like this one here. And now I give you all options for fixing and more targets. So what I want to show you now, this was the situation about 3 years ago. And then COVID came. And I had all my dreams I can realize. So that means in the 3 years, this system now is everything what you can see. Instead of this one, we are working still on it. It will be soon available, but all the other items are available. And I will show you what that means for easy handling. It will be a new, some people they're using already, that changed my life, and I'm really happy for feedback like this. And if someone has problem, he can always come to me, and we have so many options that now I am able to produce every adapter it's needed. It's for us no longer a big issue. So now this is the fixing system. And now you have to decide for yourself. This is tilting height 45 millimeter. If you use this serial here, whatever you click on here, it's the same, accurate, the same point. And then we have the tilting height 100. And this, whatever you choose to that, whatever you click on here, same point. I show you. So we have a target reflector prism, 220 degrees prism. We have the scanner drone target and the mobile mapping target. Then we have, once again, the prisms, scanner target, regal scanner or a slant target, then a sphere and mobile mapping, and of course also for drones, depending how you want to use it. I will explain later. Since last week, we can also give you now a new product line, tilting height 200. That means these targets are 300 millimeter. And in about 4 weeks, we will have between these two, between this and this one, we will have a tilting height of 150 of a 200 millimeter targets. This is because people ask me that, George, I'm focused on I want to have a 200 millimeter. This is a good size for me, for drone, for scanning, for everything. For me, all these things, or the design, it's no longer an issue. It's no longer a problem. So if you say we have a need on that target, you let me know, and I tell you what is possible and how long it will take to produce them. So now we are going for fixing. So stainless steel washer, as I told you, non-visible. You click on the prism, 360 degrees, the same point. We can see that here they use it on a better board. Why? Because they said, for me now, I can see with a robotic total station, I can see easy, can use the better board, and I can control in my screen if my reference point is turning on the axis. That gives you a little bit more, let's say, confident to be in good position. Another thing is on the construction side, installation of drain pipes. So if you glue one washer on a cover on a drain pipe, there is no easier way to do the installation with a robotic total station when you're alone on the construction site. And then, of course, we have all the monitoring, what people doing, and scanning, because we have the washer, we put the prism on, we can use the total station, we click the scanner target or a drone target on, and we have accurate the same point again. As you can see here, these are pictures from the Heathrow airport in London. So when you once coming to London, you will find about, I don't know exactly how many, but between 5,000 and 10,000 washers, because they put everything everywhere from the underground through the whole airport. They fix the washers, doing the survey with the total station, click on the scan targets and went through with the scanner. And they said that was really awesome and easy and accurate. So then you can see that here on a bridge, as an example, they have already the 220 degrees prism. Then we have easy handling on a facade. And now I'm going to show you all other stuff, what we offer. When you have a tricky surface, sometimes it's better to use this version, because if you want to have more magnetic power, or if you want to use them for a month, a year, or 10 years, you have now the option to glue it on, but you can also weld them on. So that means, I would say, if you are going for a monitoring job for decades on steel, I would definitely weld them on. Otherwise, you can use a glue. We offer here in Europe a very good glue. Bernsen offered a very good glue in the United States. And then it is easy. You just click it on, you glue it on, and then once again, you are in the system. You have a high magnetic power then, because also the bigger version is when you have a rough surface like this, the bigger version, it's better in use because you don't have any issues maybe with the smaller item of the washer. But we will show you a second version is we have the stainless steel washer with tiny and big targets here and with a heavy duty anchor. So that means you drill a 10 millimeter hole and then you just screw them in on a difficult surface, and on historic buildings, they are in use between the bricks when you have bricks. So then you can drill between the bricks and you can easy doing a reference point on historic buildings. Also, I have seen that here, because we are living in the mountains, so on rock movements, there is no easier fixing than with a heavy duty anchor. Wait a minute, I'm just going to take this a little up here. And now we are going to the construction side. And on the construction side, I have exciting things for you. You know these tie holes. You can see the tie holes. If you don't know exactly what a tie hole is, the tie, or maybe in the States, or they use it, or a clamping point. Some people call it clamping point. You can see that here where the formwork is. This is the clamping point. And we have everywhere we have clamping points. And I have developed an adapter, what you can use now. Any clamping point you can use. And then we have two clamping points. One is for 22 and 24 millimeter. And the bigger one is for 27, 29 millimeter clamping points. These are the standard clamping points around the world. I talked to Perry, I talked to Doha. These are big companies. They selling the formworks around the world. And I know that this is absolutely standard clamping points. And there is no easier way for fixing without drilling in concrete. And I should give you another example. This is a new bridge. And you can see all these clamping points here. So this is the clamping point. You take out these plastic piece. You put in our washer with the adapter, and then you put the prism on, and you can use it for while construction or even for long-term monitoring, because this point, the clamping point, no one can take away. And if you plan maybe, let's say, a new wall, a big wall, what we often have, let's say a retaining wall or something like this. Now we can plan and say, oh, we have the clamping points, or we have an adapter like this one here with a big steel where we can, wait a minute, I'm just looking at it. There's a film also. This has an 18 millimeter hole. So you can use here hilt to hit as an example. You glue them in. When you have very difficult surfaces, then also you can use this adapter, because these adapters also, as an example, as you can see on a really difficult, this I know this has to be monitored for the next decades. So they decide for that system because they feel more confident with it. And then we have the same system we have in two lengths. That means this was what I showed you yet was 160 millimeter, but we have an 80 millimeter, and this 80 millimeter is developed for anchor sleeves. And I don't know, maybe this is just a part of anchor sleeves. There exist so many anchor sleeves. And usually the foreman used the anchor sleeve in the formwork. As you can see that here, these are anchor sleeves on a bridge. This is the steel from the formwork where he fixed wooden blanket or something like this. And later on you see these holes. And we are now using these holes because this cannot be a clamping point because it's in the ceiling. And now what we're doing is we use the adapter with a prism or with a scanner target or a drone target, and we just screw them in. So we have more option without drilling, fixing for a long time, using them for all instruments. And this is perfect for BIM. This is perfect for the digital construction side. This is perfect for monitoring. Whatever you do in that direction, we have all prisms, we have all targets, and of course, we have all kind of fixing. This is not the end of the story because now we are talking about a tunnel. In a tunnel, we have the joints where you can use the heavy-duty anchor. We have anchor sleeves. We have tie holes if this is a new one. And we still can drill, or drill is not the best way, but we can. And we can glue. So you can see all options. And once again, so when we plan a new tunnel, the people now going and said, okay, I'm setting up some anchor sleeves there. We're using for the survey while construction. Later on, we use it for scanner or for mobile mapping. We have all targets for this with the same XYZ coordinates. Then we have another option. It is a floor stand. So this floor stand, it's easy. I did it because when we are in the middle of nowhere, sometimes it's really, really tricky to make a reference point. Let's say we start a construction site, let's say only grass and field around, and we have no options to fix something. Then we have, of course, we have the option to do the floor stand. I just show you a second option because a lot of people know this steel here. This is a boundary marker, and when you put it into the ground up to here, and then we have another adapter, and when you hit on the top, the steel here is coming out like this. So is used around the world. So in the middle of nowhere, we have now these adapter what you can use on the tie holes. We use this adapter, put it on here, screw it in, and we are back in the system. So that means we have here, first of all, an option for a reference point with the total station. We have an option for GPS. I have also an adapter available next week for a GPS antenna. But then we have the prism, and we can put on one of our drone targets if necessary. So, and then when we have the first concrete is coming, and when the first concrete is coming, the last concrete never goes into the shatter. It always goes next to the shatter. And when we're going next to the shatter, I will take one of my floor stand, put it in the fresh concrete, and then we have for the next 1-2 months a really good reference point. So that means start from zero, then we have the next reference point for the next few months, and then when we have the first wall, we have the option of the tie holes, we have the option of anchor sleeves, and we can screw, we can glue. So you can see from the beginning until the very end, and if necessary in a bridge as an example, for monitoring we have also the option. So always from the beginning to the end, and for all instruments. So now we carry on with more difficult surfaces. As an example, we have, this is still the floor stand. We have also a very good solution for glass and indoor solutions. So that means we have a suction cap, and I have to say this suction cap is really one of the best suction cap I ever have seen, because we have a pump function. So I left for a test in my office, outdoor, on all weather condition in the south direction, without pumping twice. Important, because you always have the chance pumping twice, and if you pump, let's say every second week you do the pump, then you can use it for months easily, or for a year. But I left it outside and it stood there for 8 months before it fell off. And then you can see that indoor solution. We can use them on all smooth surfaces for scanning, for Lidar, for SLAM. Very popular, of course, in the door frames, because to set instruments from one room to the next, it's perfect with this option. So we have now, with the floor stand and the suction cap, we have a wonderful solution for indoor. But I also had a discussion with a surveyor. It was a woman, and she told me she needed to do a scanning on a very popular warehouse, and she just left tiny targets, and everyone was shouting because she left a few of these targets. So, and then I was thinking about a solution to give you a reference point, and now we have a solution. We leave nothing indoor. So that means we do our scans, we do our whatever you use. If you use Lidar, SLAM, or a scanner, doesn't matter for us. You take everything away, and you can come back on the next day, in a week, in a month, in a year, and you have original same measurement points again. The solution is easy. We use power sockets. So that means we have power sockets. And on the power sockets now, once again, you can use everything. You can use a total station, you can use a scanner, and you can use Lidar, everything. I have to say one thing. For the American power sockets, you have to wait, let's say, hopefully in 3 weeks, because the last time I've been to the United States, I had my prototype, and I mentioned one thing, that these prototype, it wasn't, in my opinion, not good enough. So that means the reason is sometimes in the United States power sockets are mounted upside down, and then we faced a small problem that they with our adapter, that maybe they are going off. So first of all, what I did, I decided for a double, because all power sockets in the United States are double power sockets. That is good for us. So now the form is finished next week. We start production in 2 weeks. Then we do the fine adjustment, and then we have also the solution for power sockets for the United States. For Europe, we have already the European adapter. This is for Europe and France, and we have the English version. So the next step now is the American version in about 3 weeks. Another big step for scanning indoor. So then what I can show you is we have also made a protection cap for our stainless steel washer. Always necessary winter time. This is as an example in Sweden, in Norway, outdoor, they always use these protection cap. Indoor, they use it for Lidar, instrument like navis. In the States, I would say we have in the north cold winter, a lot of snow, and then it's necessary, because sometimes then we have ice rain, and we have then it's better to click on the magnetic version when we have these protection cap. So this one is everything for one point fits all. So at the moment, I have to say, so you can see We have for all kind of instrument, the right target and prisms. We have a high accuracy. We have best quality. We have all options for fixing. And now I'm going to show you another nice item. This is our new Stakeout ad for robotic total station. So this is a new item. What makes it much more easy on a, let's say, a new floor or for indoor stakeout for holes and everything. So I will explain it after that. I show you just another video like this one here. So this one here can tell you that once you can use now the robotic. Here they show how to use it to transfer heights, because you can always use an offset of 50 millimeter below or above, because everything on that is 50. Or when you do layout, when you reach the point, you just slide the prism, and then you just can sign directly below the prism. You can do the stakeout. So here you can see there is no easier way to transfer heights. And for layout on the floor, you are moving to the point where the robotic is telling you. When you are close to the point, you lay it on the floor. You do the fine adjustment until you got the green light, and then you just slide the prism and you can sign directly your reference point. This is a very, very nice and fast and easy way for layout on the floor, transfer heights, and all these things. Then what I want to show you is we offer now also suitcases. And the suitcases, we have two for the prism system, and we have two different for the scanner or a Lidar, and we will have more suitcases in the early future, because we have seen that more and more people, they want to use suitcases. The goal is for the surveyor, first of all, everything is proper in the car. They have to use the prism pole, taking the suitcase, and everything is in hand. So as you can see here, this is one. We have 4 prisms. We have, this is for the anchor sleeves. We have for the tie holes, 2 tiny and 2 bigger ones. We have reference points RS-FPX90. We have an adapter with 5/8 threaded post, male and females, for the tripod or for the tri-brack. And then we have 2 section caps, and we have the stakeout ad as an example in one suitcase. There is now available a new suitcase with all these items, accurate the same, but we have extra space for your tablet, for the charge of your tablet, for the clamping of the tablet, and for your big 360 prism, what you need for the prism pole. This will be not in the case, but the space is there for these items. Then we have 2 kinds of suitcases for scanner and SLAM targets. So we have one that has 6 targets and 4 a prism with the same tilting height, 4 adapter for the sockets, for the power sockets, and 30 reference points, what you need always. And the second one, he has only 4 targets, but they have 3 ground floors, floor stands, 2 suction caps, a prism, and 50 of these targets, and also 4 socket adapter. Okay. At the end of these, I want to let you know that we have a new brochure. It's only 2 weeks old, so there is a lot new stuff in. We have the English, the The English to French, Spanish version is already on our website for download. If you want to have a printed version, just let us know. We can also send them to you. And also, I want to let you know that we will have a next webinar end of November, on the 13th of November. And then I will tell you about my solutions for monitoring. We have so many solutions now for monitoring. We have also a new adapter or a new magnetic version for tracks. We have for historic buildings. So we have a lot of stuff what we can talk about then. This was my presentation now for the one-point-fits-all system.